I'm Althea Luhm and I'm a communication studies major. So communication studies takes a look at the process of what we call communication. It's more than just one person verbally sending messages to another person. Communications happens verbally, non-verbally, it's an entire process. You can't not communicate, and so the more that you understand about communications and the more you understand the fundamentals behind it and the theories that apply to it, you can actually apply it in every facet of your life. When I first got to Emerson, one of my favorite classes was the evolution of expression with John Anderson, which talked about on how people, dawn of time, man, was primarily an oral culture. Then with the invention of the printing press, it became more literate culture, and how we've evolved to what was worded to me as an electric culture, which would be like with internet and that inclusion. And so that class focused on those three areas and brought them all together. It was easily one of the most interesting classes I've ever taken. I got to explore all of my classmates in a completely different level. We were like a one tight-knit family, and I think that is kind of in all of my classes. That's something that's unique to Emerson. I didn't necessarily feel that at my old school. Another class that I took was feminist culture theory with Claudia Castandina. That fundamentally changed the way that I look at the world. It brought a completely different perspective, one that I'd never learned of prior to that, and made me completely see differently our world and how it functions in a completely new lens on history and sociology and communications. It wasn't until I've taken these classes and had it really broken down and applied in my group projects or at my job or in my family or just with me personally, how fundamental and how imperative it is to learn how to communicate, to understand how to relate to people and how to understand and how to be understood is the first step. And as far as health communications, specifically, mediation and learning how to listen to people and listen to what they're really saying or try to understand. And even though I'm just starting to get into health communication, so I don't know specifically, I just think that ability, like I said, to mediate, collaborate, and to be able to talk with others and not be afraid and be articulate in what you're saying, those are definitely a core skill set that I'll take into the health communications field.